How do new designers deal with imposter syndrome when entering the professional world? You should answer this. You should answer this because you are
Uh,
going through your imposter syndrome phase right now.
oh my God. See, it. Shit, I'm on a spot.
Yep,
Oh
got you by the
God.
balls.
Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Um, well, let me tell you, it's not like you can go and do a X activity or like an X assignment and you would kind of come to the realization that you are not an imposter anymore. It's just something you tell yourself that, okay, I am good at this, and in my experience, that's the only thing you can do. What can help is having a body of work that you can look at and be like, give yourself the validation ki, okay, this is the kind of work I've done already, this looks great, people have liked it. And that's something you can do for yourself, to just come back to and be like, no, I think we know a little bit of what we're doing. But well, other than that, I don't think there's like a direct cure to it. It's just you keep on doing things, and as you do it, you're like, maybe mujhe aa raha hai. And truth be told, everyone's kind of figuring it out, and it's easier said than actually internalized. But seriously, guys, everyone is just figuring it out as they go. Nobody is there like 100% master of anything at all. In my experience, I have ended up working with a lot of startups. And in startups, you basically directly work under the CEO, right? Because the team structure is very small. So whenever I have had conversations with them about their journey, everyone has told me that there wasn't a moment wherein they felt ki, oh, I'm ready now to jump into this. It was
Mm.
always like, okay, like I have to do this now or like later, so why not do it now. कोई कोर्स नहीं है गाइस इसका, nor you can do therapy for this or something. It's just you have to jump in it and then like somehow figure it out. I think in my experience वही हुआ है. But yeah.
So, um, I had like I don't remember who presented this perspective to me, but it was definitely a friend. Uh, Imposter syndrome is basically something that happens when someone tells you your work is great. It's not necessarily, I mean, it is very internal, but um, someone tells you your work is great, and let's say you consistently get a lot of acclaim for your work, but then you feel like you don't deserve it, right? You feel like you're lying. You feel like you are, fooling people. Well, let me break it to you. Your work is not all that great. I tell this to myself all the damn time as well. I'm not trying to be mean here. I mean, uh, underneath, um, you know, being underneath the feeling of being an imposter is the feeling of being quote unquote great at something. And I think that feeling is something that is nourished sometimes by the ego. And I don't think that is something that is beneficial for someone who wishes to learn, wishes to evolve, and wishes to grow. So I have, like, the way I have dealt with imposter syndrome is I have redirected that energy into something tangible that I can do and that I can, achieve. And I have not, let's say, I've not, two eternities later, I have not rested my entire identity on. the quote unquote worth of my work. I mean, there is always going to be someone who's going to be better than you, obviously. But this is not what that's about, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
why,
think that was
why
such
does
an interesting
everything have
take.
to be so fucking.
That was such an interesting take because wow, like, well, there's a like what you said presents a very important side of what it is like. It's not always am I good for this. It is also like you're doing something and people are saying you're great, but you feel like you're fooling them, right?
Yeah.
And well, मीनिंग तुम ही क्रिएट कर रहे हो आउट ऑफ
Exactly.
एनीथिंग एंड एवरीथिंग it you know nothing किसी को inherent meaning नहीं है like and you are like कैसे like it's all so internal like you think someone is doing good work because let's say they presented it well and you like their take on it but inherently that work without that presentation or that take what is it it's just I don't know piece of something
I mean, meaning is something that is also collectively derived, yes.
yeah
But in terms of, let's say, imposter syndrome, when you think that you're fooling people, I mean, तुम इतने भी मतलब, यार, you're giving yourself a lot of credit. Huh? You're so smart that you can fool so many people. Huh? I mean, I know it could sound stupid, but then I think imposter syndrome also, like a lot of different things. Like I can, I just think I've gotten really good at talking myself out of negative emotion because I don't see. Uh, I mean, I see why negative emotion exists, but I don't let it affect me beyond the utility of why it exists. Like imposter syndrome, in a sense, let's say a small part of it is, if you look at it healthily, it is, let's say, serving as a critical voice, right? How can I actually be better, and how can I not just pretend to be better? It is, in some sense, um, trying to break the whole fake it till you make it. So you're asking yourself, am I still faking it, or have I actually made it? Right? It's just that question. It always starts out with having great taste, and skill is something you build eventually to
correct
execute taste. What doesn't go away is that you still have great taste. So, in that sense, you are not an imposter. You are trying and keep trying.
yeah and it doesn't have to change the world or back 10 awards you know
Yeah. Yeah, I think, sure, I mean, wanting to change the world is a very noble goal, and wanting to create something impactful is a very noble thing. But, ठीक है यार, ठीक है नहीं
Matlab,
हुआ
I'm
तो.
just coming back to what you said about how this whole thing is nourished by the ego, right? Like everything that I do should
Hmm.
have ekdam ghamasan impact on
Hmm.
everything. I think just enjoy your journey. I guess I just keep saying this a lot,
Yeah, I
but
mean, just sit down, have ganne ka juice, I guess,
yes, I
like
think
just
that's the
breathe
real
maybe a
shit.
little bit, like go for a walk. Like we have become very chill people, huh? Or are we like peak Gen Z? We are like, हाँ ठीक है यार, मतलब
हो जाएगा.
ठीक है ना. मेरे को अभी मतलब यार ये मेरे को इयरिंग बनाने में मजा आ रहा है. तो मैं इयरिंग बनाएगी अभी. ठीक है. See, but it's also very stoic, right? It's also like, what can you do about this? You can do what you have control over. It's not like you can go out there and just eradicate world poverty or do anything about the fucking tariffs. But
Yeah. At the end of the day, just knowing that you were when you were doing that XYZ task, you had complete involvement, you had interest in it, and you gave it your best. I think when you show these 2 3 points to that imposter syndrome, it just थोड़ा सा आवाज कम होता है. I
आवाज कम
believe.
होता है. Indeed.